Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvun B'Seiva B'Shenim V'Rananim Yeyu Lehagid Kiyash, thank you, Adonai Suri Velo Avlatava. On page 96, the Ashrei. Ashrei Ashrei Beitecha Od Yalucha Sela Hashem Shekacha Lo Hashem Shadonai Elocha Tila LeDavid. Tov Adonai Lakol V'Rachamav V'Kol Masav Malchutcha Malchutcha L'Olamim U'Memshaltecha B'Chol Dor V'Dor. You open your hand, your favor sustains all the living. Tzadik Adonai B'Chol Drachav V'Chasid B'Chol Ma'asav Karov Adonai L'Chol Karav L'Chol Asher Yigru V'Yamet Ratzon Yerev Yasav Yet Shabbatam Yishma V'Yoshi Shomer Adonai Kol V'Vikar Shem Yashmi Tehilat Adonai Yedaber Pi V'Varech Kavasar Shem Kachel Le'olam V'Awed V'Anachnu Nevarech Yah Ve'atavi Ad Olam. Hallelujah. On page 99, the last 5 lines in Hebrew. Again, part of the Torah service. Yeah, hallelujah, et Shem Adonai, ki niskav Shemo levado, hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren liyamo, tehila lechol chasido, livnei Yisrael am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. On page, it's on.
Okay.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. All right. Hallelujah. We're on page 100, middle paragraph. Hallelujah, 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 El Bikasham, hallelujah, hallelujah, Berki Ahuzo, hallelujah, 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 big Vurotav, hallelujah, hallelujah, Karav Gudlo, hallelujah, 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 B'tei Kashofar, hallelujah, hallelujah, B'nevel v'chinor, hallelujah, 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 B'tof Umachol, hallelujah, hallelujah, B'minim v'ugav, hallelujah, 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 B'tzil Tzilei Shama, hallelujah, hallelujah, B'tzil Tzilei Trua, Kol Hanshama Tehaleluya, hallelujah, hallelujah, Kol Hanshama Tehaleluya, hallelujah, Kol Hanshama Tehaleluya, hallelujah. hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Kohan Shema Tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kohan Shema Tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Page 104. The breath of all that lives praises you, Adonai our God. Nishmat kol chai tevarech et shimcha, Adonai Eloheinu, v'ruach kol basar tevarech. Haminah kolam b'chesed yosef b'rachamim v'Adonai lo yanum v'lo yishan. God never rests, and His keeping watch over us. Ilufinu malay shirakayam ushameharina kamangala. On page 104, the left-hand side, the bottom English paragraph. From Egypt you redeemed us, from the house of bondage you delivered us. In famine you nourished us, in prosperity you sustained us. You rescued us from the sword, protected us from pestilence, saved us from severe and lingering disease. To this day your compassion has sustained us. Your kindness has not forsaken us. Never abandon us, Adonai our God. 105. Now let's finish the bit and go after and work the Shem on world David working ashes that I go for a way Shem Kacho. Well, the tattoo motuzecha, go with what Shemecha, you will netzach and organ or techa, Hamelech Hayoshev, Akise Ram Benisa, Shokainad, Maharam, the Kadosh, Shemo, Baturan Tzadikim, but a Noiva Shem Nava Tehillah, the Fisher and Tikhalal, different Tzadikim, Tikbarach, Uvashon Chasidim, Tidramam, Uvakara, Kedoshim, Tidkadash, Uvamakalot, Rivavot, Amchabet Yisrael. Al Kol Direi Shirot V'Tishbechot, Avi Ben Yishai, Avdecha Meshichecha, Yishtabach Shimcha, Load Malkeinu, Shir Ushvacha, Hamel V'Zimra V'Shalom. Barachot v'hodaot me'atavi ad olam baruch atah Adonai el melech gadol v'tishbachot el hahodaot adon haniflaot havocher v'shirei zimra melech elchei ha'olamim. Page 107, lines 3 and 4 in Hebrew. We say together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or ukorei choshev oseh shalom ukorei et hakol hakol yoducha v'kol shokucha. Thank you. Akavod v'elam uzavi zulak kol makeinu l'chai olam haba Efesil Chagolin Limos Hamashiach, V'en Domelech Hamoshiach, L'Tchiat HaMeitim. 108. El Adon Al Kol Hamasim Baruch U'Varach B'fi Kol Neshama Gadla V'Tuval Malei Olam Da'at Zuna Sovavimoto Hamika Ve'al Chayot HaKodesh Nedor B'Kavod Al HaMerkava Zechut U'Mishor Lifnei Chiso Chesed V'Rachamim Lifnei Chavoto Tovim Yorad Shefara Eloheinu Yitzoram B'Da'at B'Vina U'Paskel Koach Ugvura Natan Bachem Liot Moshlim B'Kerev Tevel Maleim Zivum Fikim Noga Noez Zivam B'Chol Ha'olam Sumechim B'Tzeitam B'Sasim B'Voam Osim B'Yem Aritzon Konam Pi V'Chavod No Min Lishmo Tzahalav Verina L'Zecher Malchuto Kara L'Shemesh Vayizrach Or Ra'a V'Hid Ki Insurat Alvana Shevach Notznim Lo Kol Tzeva Maram Tiferet Gedula Serafim Theophanim V'Chayot HaKodesh Lai 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 Let's move ahead to 110. Tisbaratzarein Elokeinu v'Goleinu V'Arkedoshim. Kulam Aguvim, Kulam Berurim, Kulam Giborim, V'chol Mosem V'Yem Ratzon Konam, V'chol Pokim V'Pim V'Disha V'Torah V'Sher V'Zimrom V'Vorchim Shapim Foarim, Maritzim V'Makdishim U'Mamlichim, Et Shem Hoel HaMalach HaYidol HaGibor V'Norah Kadoshu, V'chol Mekablim Alein L'Matku Shemayim Zemi Zev V'Notrim Rishot Zelazeh, like Yishliyot, so Menachat Ruach B'Safa, Rovini Makid Dosha, Kol Kecharonim, V'Yomrim V'Yira, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai, Tzvaot, Melochal Ha'aretz, Kevod, V'Alfani V'Ched HaKodesh, B'Rosh Gadol Mitnasim, V'Matzerofim, V'Matam V'Shapim V'Yomrim, Baruch Kevod Adonai, B'Imkom. Bottom of 110. Liel Baruch Ni'imot Yiteinu L'melech Al-Chai V'Kayam Zmirot Yomeru Tishbachot Yashmiyu Kihu Levado Ho'el Givurot Oseh Chadashot Bal Milchamot Zorei Tzedakot Matzmiach Yeshuot Orei Refuot No Ratzahilot Adon Haniflatot Hamechad Neshbetu V'Bechol Yom Tamid Masei Bereishi Ka'amur Liosei Orim Yitolvim Ki Li'olam Chasto Or Chadash Asayom Ta'ir V'Niskech Ulanu Mehera Li'arav Baruch Atah Adonai Yoser Hamiyaoro. We're on 111. And let's read to ourselves the first paragraph and then about a third of the way down to Hari, and then we'll pick that up in about 30 seconds. V'ha'oreinu b'toratecha v'davek libeinu b'mitzvotecha v'yached levaveinu li'ahava u'yira et shemecha v'lo nevosh li'olam v'awed v'lo nevosh li'olam v'awed ki v'shem ka'adshecha hagadol v'hanorah b'tachnu Nagila v'nismecha b'shuatecha v'havi'enu l'shalom me'arba kanfo Betolichenu, Kol B'miut, Kol B'miut Li'artzenu, Ki Elpo El Yeshua Data, Uvanu V'charta Mikolam V'lasham, V'keiravtanu L'shimcha Hagadol, Selah B'yemen, L'hodot L'cha, U'yachedcha B'yava, Baruch Atah Adonai, Habokim Amo Yisrael B'yava, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto V'Olam V'Oed. V'yahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levanecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol yodecha v'hayu kadvar Ohele Asher Anochi Nitzavcha Hayom Al Levavecha V'shinantam Levanecha V'dibarta Bam Shecha B'veitecha U'v'lechtecha V'aderech U'v'shatbecha U'v'kumecha U'kshartam Liot Al Yadecha V'hayu L'totafot Bein Einecha U'tavtam Al Mezuzot Beitecha U'v'yisharecha V'hayom Shemot. This anthem is for El Bachman. Kimei Hashemayim Al Ha'aretz Vayom Hashem Shalom V'Daveonis Tzitzit Tzitzit U'ritzah Altos Chartem Etmonik V'lo Tatu Bruchel V'Apenechem L'man Tizperu V'Asitem Et Kol Mitzvot Adonai Elohechem Emen Ledar Vadar Hu Kayam Ushmo Kayam Chisonachal Machotav Emunatalo Ad Kayamet Dvar Chayim V'Kayamim Al Harishoni the Al Rachmanim. Bottom 4 lines in the Hebrew, number 13. Emet Shatahu Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Malkeinu Melech Avoteinu Avoteinu Go Aleinu Go El Avoteinu Yotzreinu Tzur Yeshuateinu Hodeinu Matzileinu Me'olam Shemecha Ein Elohim Zulatecha 114 Ezra Avoteinu Atahu Me'olam. Bottom of the first paragraph. Ram v'nisa gadol v'nora with me. Mashvil geyu makviya shefali. Motzi asiru foteanav v'yoser dalim. Dion Eliam Yisrael v'yet shalom elav. Tilot be'layam barachum v'orah. Moshe v'Yisrael l'chanu shira. V'simcha rabbav yamru kulam. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nahorati lo osei v'erech, shira chadasha shekulam shechasvat hayam, yachakol v'yamru, Adonai imlo v'yam Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chazdei Avod, U'mevi Goel L'bnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo V'yahava, Melech Ozer V'odei, U'moshiach L'magei, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, U'votei Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Meitim, Atah Rav L'Hoshia, Morid Hankal, Mechalkel Chayim B'chesed, Mechayei Meitim B'rachamim Rabim, Zomer Noflim V'rofei Cholim, U'matir Asurim, U'mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Alafot, Mivamokabal Yehurot, U'midom Melech, Melech Meimid, U'mechayem, U'matzliach Yeshua, V'nemanat Alachayot Meitim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei HaMeitim, Nekadesh et Shemcha Ba'olam, Shemata V'Shnei Maram, Kakatu V'yad Nevi'echa, V'karazeh El Zeh V'yamar, Kadosh, 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 Ba'ot, Melech Kol Ha'aretz Kevodo, Oz B'kom Rash Gadol, Adir V'chazak Mashmi'im Kol, Mitnasim Li'omat Serafim, Li'omatam Baruch Yomeru, Baruch Kevod Adonai Nikao. Nimkompa Malkeinu Tofiyah, V'timloch Aleinu, Kimachakim Anachnu Ba, Matai Timlo B'tziyam, B'karov B'yameinu, B'olam V'awet Tishkam, B'karov B'yameinu, B'olam V'awet Tishkam, Tidgadal V'tidkadash, B'tov Yerushalayim Yircha, L'dor Vador, L'netzach Nitzavim, L'dor Vador, L'netzach Nitzavim, V'yeneinu tirena, Ma'utecha, Kadavar Ha'amur, V'shirei Uzecha, Ayidei David Mashiach Tzidkecha, Yimloch Adonai Olam, Elohim Tzion, L'dor Vador, Hallelujah. L'dor Vador Nagidot Lecha, Netzah Nusachim Kedushatzcha Nagdish, Yivchachal Eloheinu Mipinu L'moshlo Olam V'Oed, Yomel Kadosh V'Kadosh Atah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Oel HaKadosh, Yismach Moshe B'ma'anan,
Yismach Moshe b'ma'ana, Yismach Moshe b'ma'ana, b'ma'ana chelko.
Ki Eved Neman, Kalatzalo, Khalil Tiferet, V'Rosh Hashanah, Yismach
Moshe b'mana, Yismach Moshe b'mana, Yismach Moshe b'mana, b'mana felko.
V'yamda lefanecha, al har Sinai, u'shnei luchot avanim, horid b'yado.
Yismach Moshe b'mana, Yismach Moshe b'mana, Yismach Moshe b'mana, b'mana felko.
V'cha'atu bahem,
V'cha'atu bahem,
shemirat Shabbat, v'chein katuv,
v'chein katuv
b'toratecha.
Yismach Moshe b'mana, Yismach Moshe b'mana, Yismach Moshe b'mana, b'mana felko.
Reuben b'nei Yisrael,
Et HaShabbat,
la'asot
et HaShabbat,
Ratzon b'rit olam. Reuben b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, ki sheishet yamim asad,
et HaShamayim v'et ha'aretz,
uvayom hashvi'i,
u'bayom hashvi'i, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat v'yinafash.
Shalom b'ramav,
Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Yisrael, Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ya'al Yisrael.
v'yemru amen. 138. Yitirav Hashem me'ravav, Yom V'livrach, Yirteh, Yom Lech Machoteh, V'chayei Kanu, V'yem Echanu, Amen. Yeshmei Rabba Mevarach, Elohim Maya, Yisbarach Yishtabach, Yisbarach Ramam Yitnaseh, Yitadav Yitalav Yitlashem Yitchavariku, Ne'elam Yikabachata, Vishirata, Tishpatam Nechamata, Dam Yikam Yelma, Yemru, Amen. Tekabal Salatan Uvatim Chayishak and Rishmai B'Rmei, Yeshlam Rabba Mishemaya, V'chaylan Kaisrael, Yemru, Amen. Osa Shalom B'Ramav, Yasa Shalom Aleinu, Kalpa Yisrael, Yemru, Amen. So I wanted to continue just a little bit of Pirkei Avot, which we had been studying, and we're up to chapter 3, which is on page 264, and I think we'll only need to do about 2 of them to show that we've done some of it. We'll slowly make our way through it. It won't take the whole year, since they only generally come in about once a month, so that should work out. Whenever we get there, we'll get there. So 264. So since we have 2 volunteering types up here in the front, Joan, why don't you start with the happy first 3 lines.
Ponder 3 things and you will avoid falling into sin. Know your origin, your destination, and before whom you will be required to give an accounting.
Now that would have been a good place to stop. But
your origin.
You said 264, it was not 64.
Yes,
264.
Yes.
I just someone come over to her and just help her find it.
264.
Yeah, I don't see any position
In the wrong book.
On the
What?
top of the page.
Okay.
Anyways, your origin, a putrid drop. Your destination, a place of dust, worms, and maggots. Before whom will you be required to give an accounting? Before the ruler of rulers, the holy exalted one.
All right. So what's your interpretation of this? What is this meant to do to you, in a sense?
Very humbling.
It's
depress you.
not so much depress you as to say, you're a big shot now, but guess what? once you're 6 feet under, there's not a whole lot of you. So what you do in your lifetime is more important. Not that it says on your grave that you were president of a corporation, but that you were grandfather and father and devoted member of Sons of Zion, so that you did some good things in your lifetime. That the Torah that you learned is more important than your position in life, because whether you're a pauper or the prince, everybody starts out the same and they end up the same. Any other thoughts about this? It's a little harsh, but sometimes they got to give you a little smack to get you grounded.
No, but people really don't think that deeply about that kind of stuff. They go day by day and they forget.
Yeah. I think that's very much true. And we just think that this has got to be done, this has got to get done, this has got to get done, but most of what's got to get done doesn't really do anything for the world.
And I think, like Bonnie said it, it's very humbling, because if you're arrogant, this will bring you right down to the ground again.
All right, no politics, no current politics anyway.
How about the next one?
Isn't this very fitted that you're talking about this just before the high holiday?
Yeah.
This is what high holiday. You should know in front of who you're standing and who you're going.
So that's maybe the most important thing, that you are going to have to give. If you look at the Hebrew, the last paragraph, the last line of Mishnah Aleph, it says, who are you going to give an accounting to? Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Anybody recognize the line?
Yeah, it's from
It's from the Eleno. But you say it and it's a song and it doesn't mean anything, and then everybody loves the ending because the farmer in the dell, Hashem Echad. We just love the tune and we don't think about what we're actually saying. This is the end of every prayer of Shacharit, of Mincha, of Mariv, of three prayers a day, and yet it's just a song. But this is important that now when you hear it, with the Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you're saying, yeah, that's right. What's this all about? It's all about the accounting that you give to God when you're at that judgment day, as they call it in other faiths. All right. Someone else want to pick up number 2? Paul raised his hand first. Okay.
Rabbi Hananiah, the deputy high priest, taught, pray for the welfare of the government, for if people did not fear it, they would swallow each other alive.
Wow. Boy, they're happy today, aren't they? Thoughts? Someone that didn't speak up yet, perhaps.
Does the Hebrew word, is it really fear or respect or?
Actually, it's Hevei Mitpala, pray, Bishlama, for the peace, the welfare of Malchut. So She'ilmali Mora Ish, because the people didn't fear at Re'eu Chayim Balalu, they would swallow each other alive. So which word were you questioning?
Fear, he was there.
Fear, yeah.
Mora'ah. I don't like it either.
It's a fear.
Yeah, you don't like it.
No, I don't like fear. I would
You like-
rather see respect.
Okay,
Kavod.
all right. So
I agree.
let's ask the first question, the obvious question that's on your minds. What if the government's not so great? We've had governments that have persecuted the Jews. How do you pray for? Do you pray for that government? You pray for them to have some God's fear come into them, for God's countenance, for them to become more godly.
When I think of just serving the public sector, the government in any way, I really think of it as something that is very honorable. So the idea of praying that people hold that honor with respect and act in a way that really is true to that honor, that's honorable, so to speak, is what comes into my mind. Act in a way that shows you are worthy of that honor.
Okay. So it generally means, to some extent, that even a bad government tends to be somewhat better. Again, we're not talking Hitler here, but a bad government tends to be somewhat better than no government at all. Because people's basic instinct is, if there's no cop on the beat, then I can go into your house and take whatever I want. So there are various aspects of the government. So a corrupt cop who, is at least standing and watching on the corner with his nightstick, and maybe there'll be fewer people breaking into your house. But on a good sense, on a good day, in a good government, not a perfect government, government's never going to be perfect. If the government is a good government, then the Jews will thrive, and we won't be persecuted. And it's you know, again, I don't want to get into current politics at all right now, but we still have the ability to assemble here and to pray. No one's bothering us today. No one's coming after us. Any other thoughts about pray for the welfare of the government? So sometimes after the Torah reading, before the Torahs are put back, there's a prayer for Israel, there's a prayer for the government. And you know, and I think we have a generic one. I don't know if there's, let me just see here. Because, yeah, if you look at 148, at 148, it's still part of the Torah service. We ask your blessings, this is the bottom third of the page, for our country, for its government, for its leaders and advisors, for all who exercise just and rightful authority. Teach them insights from your Torah that they may administer all affairs of state fairly. Peace and security, happiness and prosperity, justice and freedom may forever abide in our midst. So you see that this particular saying in Pirkei Avot gets translated into a prayer that's sometimes done in synagogues. You have that particular option. And you can see that you can use this if your sitter comes with you to Canada, if you're at a congregation in Israel, in the United Kingdom. That there's sometimes you have them that says, you know, bless the leaders of the United States in some prayer books. But it's nicer that they're able to make it universal, so that wherever you're davening, you're able to do this particular prayer. So this is the culmination of this. Someone showed me an old Siddur of, this was in maybe about 1960 that he showed me the Siddur that he brought with him from Austria. And before World War I, there was a prayer in there asking for the health of Franz Josef, who was the king of Austria. Unfortunately, he got himself into World War I, and there wasn't much of Franz Josef after that. And but the Jews did well under the Austrians up until World War I. So. But he showed it to me, and I said, that's sort of short-sighted that they printed the prayer book thinking that Franz Josef will be around forever. But he lasted a long time. All right, so that's the culmination of Mishnah 2 out of chapter 3. So that's where we are. When we pick up in 2 weeks, please, on Labor Day weekend, that we have at least have a minyan. That would be wonderful. That we can continue. Of course, we do the Pirkei Avot with a minyan, without a minyan. But I'd really love to have a minyan on Labor Day. And I know that's a hard one because it's tempting to go away. All right. So we're back into the Torah service on page 139. Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai, Ein k'maasecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, uv'shaltecha b'chol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch. Adonai
Yerushalayim. Ki b'chal levatot rachnu, melech el Rabban Yisrael
Vayehi b'tzoa Aaron, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, v'yafusu oivecha, v'yanusu misanecha, mipanecha, ki mitzion teisei Torah, ki mitzion teisei Torah, u'devar Adonai b'Yerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, li'amo Yisrael, b'kedushato. Source of blessings, may we open our eyes to the radiance about us. May we open our hearts with gratitude and our souls with appreciation. And then back to page 140, about 5 lines down, 6 lines down. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Adonai Yitzi, Onaram Shemo Yachdav. Adonai HaGedula, v'HaGevura,
v'haTiferet, v'haNetzah, v'hahod.
Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavnu, leharkasho, leharkasho, Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Okay. Got it. I got confused.
She needs coverage.
The Torah reading, Parshat Re'eh, page 1061. See, this day I set before you blessings and curses. Blessings if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, and curses if you do not obey the commandments but turn away from the path. So we're all chuckles all the way through here. So I'm gonna balance it out just for a moment. I got it. So I had dinner on Thursday with Max Roth. We were out, Suzanne and I were out in the Berkshires, and we had, I said to him, come up with a place that we can get good vegetarian stuff, and then we called each other the next day or three and said, what did you pick? And I said, I picked Mint, the Indian place, and he said, I picked Mint, the Indian place. So we had a great dinner, and I said to him, the portion starts out with brachas and klalos. Klalos are klalot in Hebrew, klalos in Yiddish are curses. And I said, what's your favorite Yiddish curse? And I said, I know what mine is. And we again agreed. So it's the wachsen via Sibylla Koppenblau, that you should grow like an onion with your head underground. So that we both agreed on as Yiddish curses. Yiddish is known for its curses. I don't know why. So we came up with a few others. May God help you, like cupping would help somebody that's already dead. Via Titan Bankus. Bankus are these, cups. These are, little shot glasses or whatever. You heat the inside of it, and then you stick it on somebody's back, and it sucks out the bad blood. So when you're sick, Bankus will help. But once you're dead, it won't help. So may God help you just the way cupping would help somebody who's already dead. Got a few others. Let no evil eye avoid him. Salt in his eyes and pepper in his nose. These are all, they're double hard, and then it's going to slow things down too much. May all your teeth fall out except one, and then that one you should have a toothache. There's a lot of medical stuff, like you should leave the bathroom every 3 minutes or every 3 months. He should give it all away to doctors. A young child should be named after him. It means, in the Ashkenazic thing, you're only getting a child named after you once you're dead. So his luck should be as bright as a new moon. Just that little sliver. Your stomach should rumble so much you'd think it was a Purim noisemaker, a grogger. And may your head be full of lice, but your arms too short to scratch it. And these are the ones I could say.
Where do you find these online?
Oh yes, yeah, you'll find just type in Jewish curses.
Curses online.
Yiddish curses. So I thought after all these great admonitions, we needed a little bit of smile. Amen. Hakol Hagolenu Sukavod Batorah.
Tamod Kohen Sheina Bat Yitzchak
That's a good one. I'm sorry. Fidel. Sorry. We're still laughing, Max.
I figured with all the future drops that we were talking about. bad. I needed a little bit of balance here. Bottom of the page.
We got it. Toda Rabah.
Okay. And thank you, Max Rock, for giving me some of the suggestions.
Baruch Adonai Baruch.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'omi v'natan lanu Torah. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Riyeh Anochi Nosem Lifnechem Hayam Bracha Uklala Es HaBracha Asher Tishmu Mitzvos Adonai Elohechem Asher Anochi Mitzavestem Hayam. V'haklala Em Lo Tishmu Mitzvos Adonai Elohechem V'sartem Min HaDerech Asher Anochi Mitzavestem Hayam Lo Leches Acharei Elohim Acherim Asher Lo Yidachem.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Yamod Levi Nitza.
It's Talmud.
I'm sorry, Talmud Levi. Bat Menachem V'Batya.
So we're at sentence 29. So half the tribes were on Har Gerizim for the bracha, and half the tribes were on Mount Aval for the Klalot. But it wasn't that they were directly cursing 6 tribes and blessing 6 tribes. It was more that it sort of personalized it in a sense, that it could be any of us.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. והיה כי יצא אדוני אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר כבשמה לרשתה ונשאת עשה ברכה על הר גריזים ויעש הקללה הר עיבל הלא המה בעבר הירדן אחרי דרך מבוא השמש בארץ הכנעני היושב בערבה מול הגלגל אצל אלוני ממרא כי אתם עוברים את הירדן לבוא לרשת הארץ אשר אדוני אלוהיכם נושאים לכם וירשתם עושה וישבתם בה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
Talmud Shlishi Bela.
Golda Herschel.
Golda Herschel.
Page 1062, line 32.
So it's at the word Ushamartim.
Baruch et Adonai Hamborah.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן. ושמרתם לעשות את כל החוקים ואת המשפטים אשר אנוכי נושאים לפניכם היום אלה חוקים ומשפטים אשר תשמרון לעשות בארץ אשר נשא אדוני אלוהי אבותיך לך לרשתה כל הימים אשר אתם חיים על כל אדמה הבית עבדון את כל מקומות אשר עבדו שם הגויים אשר אתם יורשים Osam es Elohehem al ha'arim haromim v'al ha'gva'os v'tachas kol eitz ra'anan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah temet B'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
So finally there's a bracha that's called Hagomel. Have you ever familiar with it a little bit?
I think so.
So we'll just do it in English, and I'll be the congregation here.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, showing goodness to us beyond our merits for bestowing favor upon me.
May God, who's been gracious to you, continue to favor you with all that is good. And we're so glad to see that.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
So you do this after a surgery, a car accident, whether you got hit or didn't, or almost got hit, all these things that if you came out of it alive, it's a good thing. So this is called Hagomel, the one who redeemed us in a sense. All right.
Yamod Revi'i Ruvain Ben Leib, is it?
Make it later.
Leib.
You're on your way, Jim.
Leib Ben Mordechai. Ruvain Leib Ben Mordechai.
We've got plenty of years to get there.
What'd you want to say?
Zing! Alright, the Nitats Tem at it.
Baruch Adonai Hambara.
Baruch Adonai Barak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambara Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'nitatztem es mizbechosam, v'shibartem es matzevasam, v'asherehem tisrafun goeish, ufsulei Eloheihem tegadeyun, v'yibartem es shema min hamakom hahu, lo sasu enchem l'Adonai Eloheihem, ki im hamakom asher yivchar Adonai Eloheihem, mikol shivteichem, lo shuv shemo sham, l'shifno tidrishu v'asash. L'shifno tidrishu v'asashama.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet V'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
We'll make a Mishavera for all those in need of healing. Mishavera, Chavotenu, Avram Yosef Yaakov, Sarufa Rachel Balea, Yuvorek, V'Yerape et Acholim, Sila Bat Leah, Herb and Barbara Goldberg,
Sarah View.
Larry.
Sarah View.
Cheryl Pace, Sue Granitz.
Rhoda and Ozzy Warnick, Robert Carlin, then
Shirley Henderson, my mom.
Goldie Left Glass.
Very good. And of course, Bonnie's healing to become complete.
Yes.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimolei Rachamim Aleihem Lachzikom La'Poso V'Yishach Lehem Meher Refuah Shlema L'Chol V'Aron V'Gidon B'Toch Shachal Yisrael Refuah Tanefesh Refuah Taguf V'Nomar Amen. All right, so we are on the bottom of page 1063, sentence 6, Vavetem Shoma.
Tamod Shishi Rachel Bat Abraham Basara.
We are again. But now you're.
Hamishi.
Someone looks at these sentences and smash their worship places and says, boy, am I reading the Quran or am I reading the Torah?
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher B'karanu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vavetem Shama Olotechem V'Zivchechem V'Yesmas Rosechem V'Yes Trumas Yechem V'Nidrechem V'Nidvosechem V'Bekaros Bekarchem V'Tzonchem V'Achaltem Sham L'fnei Adonai Elohechem V'Usmachtem B'Chol Mishlach Yedchem Atem Uvotechem Asher Berachacha Adonai Elohecha Lo sasun kechol asher anachnu osim po hayom yishkol hayashar be'einav.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam atah b'torkeinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. We're on page 1064, line 9.
Yamod Shishi. Paul, I don't have your name here.
Oh, Shaul Ben Avram.
Shaul Ben Avram. Thanks. Keep getting hard to find. I can't write it down.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'notan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. somewhere, and we'll get there. Bo l'shakein shmo sham shomot avius kol asher anochi mitzaveschem u'leisechem v'zivchechem asrechem u'turs masyatchem v'chol nivchar nivrechem asher tidru l'Adonai u'smachtem l'fnei Adonai lechem atem v'nechem v'vnosechem yavdechem v'mosechem v'alevi asher b'sharechem yein lo chelek v'nachalai ivchem Yishamer lecha pen taleh olesecha l'chol hamakom asher tireh ki im lamakom asher yivchar Adonai v'chad shvatecha sham taleh olesecha v'sham taseh kol asher anochi mitzavecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher notanu Torah emes v'chayei olam notah besotanu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
So I found myself at sentence 15 on 1065. One more aliyah.
Okay. That's a finish.
No, one more seventh aliyah.
Oh.
Yamod
Shvi.
Michael ben Noach v'Rachaleah.
Baruch Adonai Baruch.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Elam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Elam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bocha banu mikol ha'amim. V'nosam lanu et shorso. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ra'ak v'chol avas nafshecha tizbach v'achalta basar k'birkas Adonai Elohecha asher nasan lecha v'chol sharecha hatamei v'ta'or yochlenu katzavi v'cha ayal rak hadam lo sochelu al oris tishbachenu hamoyim lo suchal lechol b'sharecha masar d'bencha v'tirashka v'yitzarecha v'charos b'parcha v'tzonecha v'chol nedarecha asher tidor V'nidvosecha truvasetchem ki im l'fnei Adonai lechem tochlenu b'makom asher yivchar Adonai Elohecha bo atov v'chavitecha v'avdecha v'amasecha v'alevi asher b'sharecha v'samachta L'fnei Adonai Elohecha b'chol mishlach yodecha yishamer lecha pen tazo v'salevi kol yamecha al advasecha.
Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam asher nosam lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam notan besotenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yeah, sure. First the Kaddish. Yavi Kaddish Meravav, Yamadi Baruch, V'Tev Yom Kochtev, V'Chayatan V'Yamachan, V'Chayatan B'Eit Yisroel, V'Galoz V'Chayim V'Romei, Echnei Rabbi V'Barach, V'Olam V'Almaya, Yisroel V'Sabach, V'Kvar V'Trumami V'Nasei, V'Tadavi V'Flosh V'Shabarecho, V'Om V'Kavachata V'Shirata V'Shpata V'Nechamata, V'Amir V'Yamav, Yeru, Amen.
Yamod Maftir
Baruch Mordechai,
Baruch Mordechai
Ben Pinchas.
ben Pinchas.
All right, we go back to sentence 17 on the bottom of 1065. Baruch Adonai Baruch.
Baruch Adonai Baruch
Baruch
Elam
Adonai Moed. Baruch atah Adonai lecholam asher baruch banu mikol ha'amim v'nasan los tarasa. Baruch atah Adonai nosen haTorah.
Amen.
Lo such V'sucha alecha v'sharecha, masar digancha v'tirosh la v'yisarecha, v'charos b'karcha v'tzonecha, v'chol nidvarecha asher tidar, v'nidvasecha v'trumas yadecha, ki im lifnei Adonai Elohecha tochlenu b'makom asher yivchar Adonai Elohecha bo, atov v'incha v'techa v'avdecha v'masecha, v'alevi asher b'sharecha, v'samachta lifnei Adonai Elohecha b'chol mishlach yadecha, yishamer lecha pentazo v'salevi, v'yamecha al ha'maseh. Adonai, Elohecha asher nasalanu teras enes kalim kavasokenu brachat Adonai noseinu Torah.
Amen. Yamud Rabba Michael ben Noah v'Rachaleah.
Tahamod Galila Yehudi
Bat Ruven
Ruvain
B'zok
HaTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai yad Moshe
turn in our Sidurim to page 150, and we announce the new moon of Elul. So it means 5 shopping weeks till Rosh Hashanah. If you're able to, you stand on page 150. Let's read together on the left-hand side. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, to reawaken us in joy and blessing in the month ahead. Grant us a long life, a peaceful life with goodness and blessing, sustenance and physical vitality, a life of reverence and piety, a life free from shame and reproach, a life of abundance and honor, a reverent life guided by the love of Torah, a life in which our worthy aspirations will be fulfilled. Amen. V'yishasa nisim lavotenu v'goalotam me'avdut l'cheirut v'yigalotanu b'karov v'kabeis nidachenu me'arba kanfot ha'aretz ha'verim kol Yisroel v'nomar Amen. Rosh Chodesh Elul yeh b'yom hashlishi v'yom harvi havolenu v'kol Yisroel l'tova. So let's say together on the left-hand side, the new month of Elul will be on Tuesday and Wednesday. May it bring hope, blessing for us and all the people of Israel.
Amen.
Yekadesh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Einu V'Yakomo Beit Yisrael L'chaim L'Shalom L'Sasan L'Simcha L'Shul Nechama V'Nomar Amen. On page 154, the ark is open. Uvenucha Yomar Shuvat HaRuchol Yisrael. Upon Apple you should set up Hasidech Yeradim Ki Lakatel Natati Lachem Torati Al Tazofu Eitz Chayim Ki
L'Machazikimah V'Tonecha Me'ushar D'Racheha Darchei Noam V'Kol Netzivotecha Shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha
Hopefully your Kumashim did not go very far away. So let's look at the first page, chapter 11. It's about choices. And page 1061. And I'm going to flip ahead to 1065, actually, and incorporate some of this. So if you look on 1065, sentence 15, but whenever you desire, you may slaughter and eat meat in any of your settlements, according to the blessing the Lord has granted you. The impure and pure of you may partake of it, as of the gazelle and the deer, but you must not partake of the blood. You shall pour it out on the ground like water. So originally, God had intended vegetarianism, is the theory, and after the sin of the people necessitating that the world gets saved again through Noah, after the flood, God says maybe some of your instincts could be calmed down by your being allowed to eat meat. Again, more theory than anything else, but it says that number one, you have to respect the animal in a sense, that you don't eat raw meat in a sense, that you soak and salt the meat, that you show some respect for the animal, that there's a humane slaughter to it, a very quick severing of all the major blood vessels, and so basically, the animal is gone in seconds, and so. Some of the kosher laws come from here, and it tells you that Parsha Shmini has many more of these laws in the sense of which animals you can eat. So if you sacrifice an animal at the temple, then it's only a pure person, somebody who has not been contaminated by coming into contact with a dead body, or has had some discharge from his own body or her own body. So those persons are not as clean as the people who haven't come into contact, so they can eat of the animal sacrifice. But as far as a regular non-sacrifice, you're allowed to eat animals. A pure person and non-pure person can eat of it. So someone had brought in a commentator, a modern commentator, had talked about the Space Shuttle Columbia, which, as you remember, everybody on board died on their re-entry way, and there was an Israeli astronaut on it who actually brought up a small scroll, a Torah scroll, which of course is lost, and he was a secular Jew, but he made a big deal of asking NASA for kosher food on the flight. And he said it would, Ilan Ramon, I thought it would be nice to represent all kinds of Jews, including religious ones. Accordingly, he requested on the shuttle mission that food should be kosher. His rationale succinctly stated, I think it is very, very important to preserve our historical and religious traditions. So do you think it was hypocritical for someone who doesn't have a kosher home and doesn't really care any other time of the year, whether he's eating kosher or not in his personal life, to request kosher food?
No. It was like he said, it was an honor. It's to honor all Jews.
So because he's a representative of all Jews, in a sense. Do you think that all Jewish organizations should have their their catered affairs be kosher.
I think so.
That's very
I think so.
In some places, it's very hard. I'm told that whether it's Hadassah or other non-Orthodox type of organizations in smaller towns where it's very difficult and extraordinarily expensive to do that.
So you're like a vegetarian.
I think.
Well, but all right, but it's not it's not a kosher meal in a sense. It's a kosher style meal, and it's not. So it's a bit of a compromise. Any other thoughts about a Jewish organization can I have.
What about a Jewish organization that respects kashrut but doesn't necessarily tell its congregants that they need to have to maintain kashrut?
Right. I mean, they're certainly never going to tell you what to do in your house, but they're going to, if they can, they would probably be best off if they had, if they had a kosher meal, because even if it's a minority of people who would who wouldn't go. I went to a City of Homes. I'm a member. I don't get involved very much at this point, but and the meal was at I think the Long Meadow Country Club, and they served swordfish. Now, swordfish in the Orthodox tradition is not kosher because it's got fins and scales, but the scales fall off as adults. In conservative Judaism, it's permissible. I'd never eaten swordfish before that particular point. I was a little annoyed with them for going out of their way. There's so much salmon out there. There's so much other types of things. Why would they serve swordfish? They just really, it wasn't. I don't think it was a very good choice, and they made me uncomfortable. And after that, I didn't come to as many of their end of year parties.
Can I just say that for me, the bigger picture in this is maximizing respect and inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it likens itself. Like, for instance, I don't eat kosher all the time, but like when I go, if I have my kippah on and I go into a restaurant and I know that there's a non-kosher situation going on, I take my kippah off because I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want to offend any other Jews. By the same token, if I'm eating kosher, I keep my kippah on because it is a representation.
So we have this concept called marat ayin, which means what other people see. So I had a kippah in my pocket as I waited for Rabbi Roth to come into the restaurant, and I saw he came in without a kippah. And so I kept the kippah in my pocket. If he came in with a kippah, I put one on. So some people have no trouble with keeping a kippah on, eating like a vegetarian meal. We actually had a fish dish. I got to warn you that you got to tell them to turn the spice down at this place. I think I'm still breathing fire. He didn't mind it. He's been eating all kinds of healthy peppers and things like that. He says it's really helped his voice. He's still composing music. He's 87, and he's 87 and a half. He's really going terrifically. But he kept this kippah in his pocket. I kept mine in my pocket because the thought is that someone else goes in there and says, "Well, if these guys are eating there, then everything on it is kosher," which of course is not true. I don't think people are that stupid. That if they see somebody eating with a yarmulke, they would say, "Okay, he's eating vegetarian, and I'm not going to decide to order the shrimp because they must be eating the shrimp too." So I don't know that, but it's called maharat ayin, to be careful of the information that you are inadvertently giving out. All right, so I want to turn to page 1068, where it says, chapter 13, sentence 1, "Be careful to observe only that which I enjoy enjoin upon you, neither add to it nor take away from it. What does that mean?
What line are you?
We're on the bottom of page 1068.
Careful to observe only that which
Don't add to it, don't take away from it.
I think
What's that?
it occurs to me like if anyone can receive a word from God. If you do, I suspect this is an admonition to say exactly, or if you're going to share it, if you're asked to share it, that you say exactly what God said and nothing else. No more no less. You know.
Okay.
They're talking about acts too, not just words.
Yeah.
And I think I think it may be alluding to slippery slope. To once you start making changes, where do you stop?
All right, you're getting into really a crux of the matter. Rachel?
It's kind of almost, it's like demanding literal understanding. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it sounds like what would be the use of drash, midrash, like explications, and if you don't want to add or subtract something.
All right, so if you look in the commentary, at the bottom of the page, none of the Canaanite religious practices may be adopted because many were abominable. For example, the Canaanites had child sacrifice. I understand it sometimes when we get frustrated by our kids, but no, it's not a good option. He cites as an extreme, shocking example of Canaanite abominations. All right, and then you go down to 13:1. The Hebrew text does not begin a new passage here. The verse complements the first part of 12:31, indicating that the Israelites may worship God only in the ways He commands you, no less and no more. They may not abolish His commandments or add to them. Adopting any of the Canaanites' abominable practices would lead to both. And then there's more of it in going back to chapter 4, sentence 2. So this is very careful how you do this. There are 613 mitzvot, and yet we have, in a sense, we've added some things. For example, the Torah does not have Purim or Hanukkah, 9th of Av, Yom HaAtzmaut, Yom HaShoah, Yom Yerushalayim. Yet we have added holidays. Is that a violation of don't add to it?
What about oral Torah?
What's that?
What about oral Torah? If we
Okay. But most of it has to do with activities. Most of it has to do with activities, I think.
Well, it's not a violation from the way I look at it, in the same way that the Sanhedrin's not a violation. If you took that literally, you'd throw out the Sanhedrin.
Okay, so you can, I think you extrapolate in a sense. In other words, that Moses is told by his father-in-law, Yitro, you're working too hard, you're gonna burn out. You need to have, people people to advise you, and they can take care of the minor stuff, and you get the major stuff. So there should be all kinds of judges. We have a parsha that we had recently, Shoftim v'Shotrim, that you need. Actually, it's the next parsha. On page 1088, you should appoint magistrates and officials in all your settlements that the Lord has given you, and they should govern the people with due justice. So the concept of having judges and Sanhedrin people to take care of civil disputes and religious disputes has its origin here, and it gets fleshed out. It becomes a bigger concept once you get to the land of Israel, because this is the Torah that's given to the people in the desert. There's not much in terms of building, parliaments and courthouses and things of that nature. But once you get to the land, you're probably going to need some of these things. So the Sanhedrin is you can start with the Torah and work your way over. So I don't have an answer for this because people have argued this back and forth. It basically says that there are 613 mitzvot, and if the rabbis sanction it, then you can make an extra mitzvah of reading the Megillah or doing something else that's that may not have been mentioned in the Torah. But radically changing Judaism should not happen. It should happen as an evolution, not a revolution. But we are liberal Jews, and we don't practice an Orthodox level. And so this one I'm going to leave with you to chew over, because I don't have the full answer to that. But just something to think about as to how you keep this rule of don't add to it, don't subtract to it. Yet, how do we evolve? So that's the dilemma. And I'll leave it at that. All right. So we're bringing it home. Ein Keloheinu on page 182. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoneinu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Kadoneinu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, No Del Eloheinu, No Del Adoneinu, No Del Emalkeinu, No Del Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adoneinu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adoneinu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shetiru, Avoteinu, Lefanecha Etorah. 183. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu ha'yosef reshit, shelo asanu k'vei ha'asot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adam, shelo sam ha'kenu kahem, v'go aleinu k'cho'am, v'anachnu korim, u'nishtachavim, u'modim, l'fnei melech, Malkeinu Brachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Notei Shamayim v'yosei haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim v'ma'al, u'shkinatu zo, v'gavei meromim, Hu Eloheinu Eino, Emes Malkeinu Efesulato, Karatu B'Torato, V'yadat hayom v'hashemota el Amecha, Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, B'shamayim ima'al, v'ya'aretz v'yitas einot. Tortech Adonai Yimloch Le'olam V'ed
Ne'emar V'haya Adonai V'melech al kol ha'aretz Hayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo
were for Eugene Halberstam, Rose Keflinski, William Radner, David Fox, Louis Costin, Bernard Ziff, Harry Baker, Herbert Halpern, Gertrude Hirsch, Zichronom Livracha. May the memory be for a blessing. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 184. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah Yalmad Yivrach Yerutei v'yamlech Malchutei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chay l'chol Beit Yisrael v'agolav v'zman kariv Yimru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Li'olam Omei Almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach Yipar v'yitramam v'yitnasei Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei Dekutsha B'recho Le'elam Mikol V'chata v'shirata Teshbachata v'nechamata Damir v'yoma v'yimru Amen Yeshlam Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim Oleno v'akal Yisrael v'yimru Amen V'asa Shalom v'rama v'yasa Shalom Oleno v'akal Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Announcements?
Thank you for a really interesting service. And welcome back to Bonnie, and keep healing. Monday morning, after Minyan, anyone who is interested in being part of the Read 3 Lines of Torah, please stay after Minyan. We'll be organizing our first attempt. We're going to be successful, and that's going to be Monday, September 11th will be the first time that we'll have members of the congregation reading 3 lines of Torah each, so that we're able to read Torah on Monday morning. Tikkun Olam Committee is meeting on this Tuesday, the 22nd at 7:15 here in the building. They're a very busy committee, so if you're interested, come. A week from today, Daniel Marks, Laura and Jordan's son, will be celebrating his 9th birthday with us, so we have a birthday kiddush next week. We're still looking for a cello or violin or violist. We have several people that we're talking to, but if anybody else is interested, we're happy to talk with them. This is for Kol Nidre. A special announcement. Sunday, October 29th. Sunday, October 29th. Mark your calendar when you can. Will be a brunch in honor of Steve Levine, who has, as we know, has been president of this congregation for more than 20 years. And so we're going to do a special brunch in his honor on the 29th of October. We're also looking for a sukkah. If someone has a sukkah, a fold-up kind of sukkah that they're not going to be using this year, we would like to have it to take to the JCC for the Sukkah Fest, which will be on Columbus Day weekend, Sunday and Monday. We're going to be part of that Sukkah Fest, and if we can bring a sukkah, they will love us. So Shabbat Shalom. It's wonderful to see all of you. Have a wonderful Shabbat, and let's go down and eat.
Adon Olam Hashem Olam B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'eit Nasa V'Chesed Kol Azar Melech Shemo Nikra Azar Melech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kivrot HaKol Adon Yimach
Bifara, Beru Echad, V'yein Sheni, Leham Shiloh, Lehapira, Beli Reshi, Beli Tavlit, Aloha Oz, V'hamisra, Aloha Oz, V'hamisra, V'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Hevli, B'yetzara, V'hu Nisi, Yumanosli, Menat Kosi, V'yom Ekra, Menat Kosi, V'yom Ekra, V'yado, Aki Ruchi, V'yetishan, V'yahi